Good afternoon. My name is Hazelynn White, and I have worked in mental health for over 18 years. First with adolescents, then adults. In my brief time with you today, I hope to give you a snapshot of what understanding bipolar is. First, by explaining what it is. Second, who gets it. And third, how it is treated. By knowing these three key pieces of information, we can communicate better with our patients, which will lead to better outcomes for our patients in the long run. Bipolar literally means two opposite ends. According to the Treatment Advocacy Center in 2011, bipolar is difficult to diagnose. It is a disease, a neurobiological disorder that affects 5.5 million Americans aged 18 or older, or 2.6% of the population. But unfortunately, only 51% of individuals with this condition go untreated every year. What does bipolar look like? Well, according to the National Institute of Health in 2015, under the topic bipolar disorder, the one side of this illness is manic depression, or when an individual experiences intense emotional states, called mood episodes. These episodes are a 360-degree turn in areas of behavior and mood. The depressive mood phase is when an individual is intensely happy or more than a situation calls for. Sometimes an individual can experience both of these at the same time, known as a mixed state, or explosive and irritable behaviors, or extreme changes in sleep, activity, and energy levels. Before we get into who gets it, well, let's go further. According to the National Institute of Health in 2015, under bipolar disorder, children whose parents who have bipolar disorder have a higher chance of getting it, but family history does not guarantee that you will be getting the disease. Now, what are the four types of bipolar disorder? Now, according to the Mayo Clinic, in 2015, the four types of bipolar disorder are bipolar 1, bipolar 2, bipolar not otherwise specified, and cyclothymic disorder. So what does all that mean? Well, the types of, as we talked about, bipolar disorder is a 360-degree turn of one's behavior. So under the manic phase, you have the long high periods of your highs, extremely irritable. You're going to have behavioral changes, talking fast, racing thoughts, easily distracted, increasing activities, new projects, sleeping little, impulsivity, and risk-taking behaviors. On the depressive side, you're going to have long periods of sadness, loss of desire to participate. For your behavioral changes, you may experience feeling more tired or slowed down, restless, increased eating, increased sleeping, and suicidal ideation. So those are the two sides, and that depending on the length and the intensity of the symptoms, this is how they diagnose you with one of the four disorders. Now we're going to watch a short video, Kendall, on what it means to look like, or what it looks like to have bipolar disorder. This video was recorded on YouTube on December 12, 2002 by a patient that was describing herself or recording herself in the manic phase.
And, well, there are times I can go into a manic phase. Now, I recently went to the hospital. I will talk more about that later, just for a few days. But with this, I had recorded during my manic phase and never edited because I was just going on and on. So I just want to let you know this is what bipolar mania looks like. And please know the signs with your friends who have bipolar. I know this sounds really
Okay, that is just a short snippet of what a manic person in a manic phase looks like. And again, we're talking about the two sides of moods. Now, according to the National Institute of Health in 2015, many of the symptoms that we discuss also appear in other psych diagnoses, such as schizophrenia. And unfortunately, this is what causes patients to go undiagnosed for years because they are exhibiting behaviors that appear in other diagnoses. According to an article on the helpguide.org published in 2015 by Smith, Robinson, and Siegel, the following medications have been approved for the various symptoms of bipolar. So if we go back to our board here, if you are experiencing the manic symptoms, the long high periods, and being extremely irritable, you might be prescribed Depakote, Equestro, Abilify, Geodon, Risperidol, Seroquel, Thorazine, or Zyprexa. If you're experiencing a mix, which is a combination of the depressive and the manic, you might be prescribed Equestro, Abilify, Geodon, or Zyprexa. Now, if you're in a stable point, a maintenance medication they might put you on is Lamictal, Lithium, Abilify, or Zyprexa. And if you're just experiencing some of the depression, the two medications they often use are Seroquel or Simbax, which is a combination of Prozac and Zyprexa. According to an article on Everyday Health, it's an online article which was written by Judy Badia, last updated 2015, in May of 2015 of this year. There are many famous people that are diagnosed with bipolar disorder, such as Catherine Zeta-Jones, Carrie Fisher, Demi Lovato, Jane Pauley, Scott Stapp, Sinead O'Connor, and Jean-Claude Van Damme, just to name a few famous people that have this disorder. Do we have any questions?
What is the most important thing I should know about a patient with bipolar illness?
Okay, that was a very good question. The most important question for any patient with bipolar disorder is medication. Medication and treatment. And it's extremely important that your medication is taken every single day.
Is there a cure for someone with manic depression?
No, there is not a cure for manic depression. Unfortunately, as I previously mentioned in that article, the most important thing, or the cure, so to speak, is consistent medication taking and treatment. And again, with the medications as we found in the help guide, the various medications that the doctor prescribed, it's important to take them every day. Is there any more questions?
No.
I think there was one more. What are the side effects of some of the medications?
What are the side effects of the medications prescribed?
According to the article in helpguide.org, some of the medications that we discussed, which are Depakote, Equestro, and Abilify, most of these medications are going to cause some type of upset stomach, dizziness, nausea, sometimes diarrhea. It may cause dizziness. Maintenance medication, Lamictal, may cause a rash, which can be fatal. So it's important, if you do have these signs, to make sure that you notify your doctor as well. One of the other maintenance medications, again, according to the helpguide.org, published in 2015, I believe, is lithium toxicity. And it's important, if you do experience some of these signs, that you do contact your medical provider at once. In conclusion, bipolar is a mental diagnosis that affects millions. It is not curable, but it is treatable with consistent medication, treatment, and therapy. And so individuals may go on to lead long, productive lives. Thank you.